Hi everybody, welcome back to the Fitness Factory Online. Today I'm going to teach another Pilates class, different exercises for you to do today. So we're going to get started with a warm-up. So for your warm-up, get yourself standing in your standing posture. It's always important to think about how you stand and that posture. So your feet should be hip-width apart and parallel. Soften your knees, pull up tall, nice straight back, straight neck, head top up. Bring your shoulders back and down. And just make sure that your chin isn't hanging forward, that your neck is in line. Okay, now take a big deep breath in now. And as you exhale, release. Just try and release all the tension from your shoulders and from your neck. Right, now place a hand on your abdominals, one on the small of your back. Tilt your pelvis all the way forward. So as your pelvis tilts forward, but it also tilts up at the front. And then tilt your pelvis all the way back, so you're sticking your bottom out behind you and it's tilting up at the back. And then just start to tilt forwards and back. Just get that movement working through your lower back, front to back, forwards and back. All the way forwards, all the way back. And one more time, all the way forwards and all the way back. And then settle into neutral spine where your lower back is straight. Then let go of the arms, just let them hang down. Okay, make sure you're standing up really tall. And now just to remind yourselves of the breathing that we always do, place your hands on your rib cage with your middle fingers touching. Hands just resting lightly there over your rib cage. And we're going to get that thoracic breathing going now. So it's about filling up those lungs. Ready, go. Big deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And really fill your lungs up. And out through your mouth. And again. And out through your mouth. Okay, so that's just to remind yourselves of how to breathe. And now we're going to start to pull the abdominals in as well. So index fingers together and thumbs together. Place the tips of your index fingers on your pubic bone. Thumbs just above the navel. Hands resting flat there over your abdominals. We're going to start to pull in. Big deep breath in. As you exhale, start squeezing in your pelvic floor. Just pull them in, tight, 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 tight. And then release as you inhale. And exhale, squeeze, 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 pelvic floor. And release. And exhale, squeeze them all in tight. Inhale, release. Okay, now we're also, having concentrated on the pelvic floor, hopefully, you're also going to include the second part, you know, where you pull your navel in really flat to the spine and everything gets sucked in really flat there under your hands. All right, let's do it. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in your pelvic floor and then pull your navel in tight and flat to the spine. It's all sucked in there under your hands, and now release as you inhale. And exhale, start with a squeeze of the pelvic floor and then pull your navel in tight and flat to the spine. Hold it all in and release it all as you inhale. And one more time, exhale, pull in, pelvic floor, navel to spine, everything pulled in flat there. And then release, just let your arms relax down by your sides. Now we're going to do 2 roll downs to the floor now. So start by standing up tall, big deep breath in. As you exhale, pull your abdominals in as you bring your chin down to your chest. Now stay pulled in tight as you roll your way down, 1 vertebra at a time. Just let your arms hang down, keep the knees soft. When your fingertips reach the floor, stop there, take another deep breath in. Exhale, pull your abdominals in tight, tight, tight and flat. Make sure they're squeezed all the way up. Once you're straight, let go of the shoulders, release your abdominals too. Inhale, stretch up to the ceiling, turn your hands out. Exhale, pull in as you stretch down your arms to your fingertips as they come down to your sides. Inhale, bend your knees, let your arms float up to the parallel to the floor. Exhale, pull in to straighten up. Now just 1 more of these. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lock those abdominals in, pull them in tight, pelvic floor to navel, navel to spine, and you make sure that they stay pulled in so your abdominals are supporting your spine as it curves right the way over. And when your fingertips reach the floor, or as far down as you want to go, pause there, big deep breath in. Exhale, pull in your abdominals, pull them in tight, tight, tight as you straighten up. Once you're straight, release, inhale, stretch it up. Turn your hands out, exhale, stretch down to your fingertips through those arms as you bring them down. Inhale, bend your knees, let your arms float up. Exhale, pull in to straighten up and release. Now, next we're going to go into a balance series. Okay, so stay as you are. Feet hip width apart. We're going to work our way into this. We're going to start off easy and then it's going to ramp up a little bit and get a little bit more challenging. So feet hip width apart. Now shift all your weight into your right leg. Soft right knee. So all the weight's going down that right knee. Inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, pull your abdominals in as you lift your left heel up behind you. Now just hold it back there. Now you can breathe into it, but stay there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now try not to put your foot down if you can help it, okay? But just bring your leg up to the front there and hold it out there in front of you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring it down. So this is a little warm-up really for your balance. It'll start to get a little harder, but we've got to do the other leg now. So feet hip width apart, shift into your left leg. Make sure that knee is soft. Okay, inhale. Exhale, lock your abdominals in as you bring your right heel up behind you. Now stay pulled in there, it helps. And hold there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your leg up to the front. Hold it up to the front for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring it down. Now, as promised, it's going to get harder. Now, this next one in classes, everybody usually dreads this one because it is quite tough. But don't worry about it. Just stay as relaxed as possible. And if you need to bring your foot down, you will. All right, so I'm just going to explain what we're going to do first before we get into it. You're going to shift into your right leg. You're going to pick your left heel up behind you. Now, it's going to stay there. Right? But what you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes and we're going to hold it there. Now normally in class we do it for 20, but today we're just going to do 10. All right, so you're going to close your eyes. You can use your arms to help you if you need to, and if you need to bring that foot down every once in a while, then do so and just pick it back up and continue. Okay, so let's get going together. Shift your weight into your right leg, soft knee. Now inhale, and as you exhale, pull in as you bring your left heel up. Okay, now keep the abdominals in, but just start to breathe normally. And just get yourself comfortable. Try and relax. And now close your eyes and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. So you see I was going all over the place too, and I haven't done this for a little while, so those balance skills are getting a little bit rusty. Now we're going to do the other side. Feet hip width apart. Shift into your left. Now the more you do this, folks, the better it will get. So if you keep it as, if you know your balance isn't so good, do it every day, because you'll see, and it's a reminder to me too to be doing this a little bit more often. So you're in your left leg, soft knee, inhale. Exhale, lift your right heel up. Now, first of all, before you even think about closing your eyes, just get yourself calm and settled. A couple deep breaths. Okay, and now close your eyes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ha! Bring it down. Okay, well done. Now we're going to a couple more exercises. Now these won't be as challenging because we're going to have our eyes open. Now for the next one, shift into your right leg again. Don't do this yet actually, just watch first so that you know what's coming. So you're going to be in your right leg. You're going to lift your left knee up so your thigh is sort of parallel to the floor there. You're going to hold it there, and you're going to imagine you've got a pencil on the end of your knee sticking out there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to draw some circles going one way and then some circles going the other way. If you can, keep your arms down by your side, but if you need them, you can bring them out wide. All right, so weight in your right leg, into your right leg, soft knee. Inhale, exhale, pull in as you lift your left knee up. Okay, hold it there. Take a big deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to circle it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. If you need to make them easier, by the way, you can make your circles smaller. Inhale. Exhale, pull in as you circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. and bring it down. Now we're going to do we're going to get into our left leg. So feet hip width apart, shift into your left leg, soft knee, inhale. Exhale, pull in as you lift your right knee up, thigh parallel to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, pull in as you circle. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Inhale, and exhale, circle the other way for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. And then the final balance exercise for today is going to be this one. You're going to stand with your feet hip width apart, arms down by your sides, and then when you're ready, and don't do this yet, just watch first, you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to pull your abdominals in, and as you pull in, you're going to bring your chest down, and your arms out, and your leg out there behind you. So chest, arms, and legs are parallel to the floor. Now, having said that, some of you might not be able to lift them up that high. That's absolutely fine. If you need to, you can bring your arms out a little bit, leg just out a little bit, and hold there, or there, or there, or there, or there, depending on how good your balance is. I'm going to do these sideways so you can see what's going on, all right? So I'm going to turn this way. Feet hip width apart. I'm going to shift into my right leg. So soft right knee. Make sure that knee is bent. It's really important. Left toes just poised there, resting lightly on the floor. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, start pulling in your abdominals as you slowly and smoothly start lifting the arms and leg out into position, and then just hold right there. Breathe into it. Couple more breaths, and then bring them back down. Now we're just going to do that again. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in as you lift up. Now you're just breathing into this and holding out there. Just a couple breaths here. And stretch. And then bring them back down. Now we're going to do the other leg. So stand up tall, shift into your left, soft knee, inhale. And as you exhale, pull in as you bring your arms, your leg out there, your chest down. Keep your neck straight. Hold there. Couple breaths. And then gently bring it down. And one more time. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, pull in as you bring it up, slow and steady. Keep your movements really smooth. It really helps there. And hold there. And then bring it back down as gently as possible. Okay. For the rest of the class, we're going to be down on the mat. So I'll give you a few seconds to get yourselves down there. So get down there safely, and then get yourself seated on the mat with your bottom halfway down. And you want to sit down with your feet hip width apart, flat on the mat. And we're going to get going. Hopefully you're ready to go. So feet hip width apart, flat on the mat. Sit up tall. We're going to continue by warming up the abdominals now. And I always like to warm them up with the lean back. So you'll be doing this every Pilates class because they're just a really good way to get those working. Feet, knees, hips lined up, sit up tall, release the shoulders. You can hold on to the back of your thighs if you need to. Otherwise, have your hands down on the mat, palms facing the ceiling, and just make sure your chin's off the chest. So lean back, warm up. Here we go. Ready, go. Inhale as you tilt your pelvis forward first. Let yourself lean back just a touch. And now as you exhale, squeeze your abdominals in to lift up tall. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward and lean back just a little bit further. And exhale, lock those abdominals in to lift. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward and lean back a little bit further. Still, try and keep the shoulders relaxed as you're working. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward and go back to your maximum point where the lower back just touches down. And exhale, squeeze those abdominals in to lift. Lean back on your hands, stretch your legs out, little shake. Sit flat on top of your sit bones. Sit up tall. Take a big deep breath in now. And as you exhale, lower your chest down towards your thighs, reach your hands forward, and we're just going to squeeze a little hamstring stretch in here too. So yes, hands either resting on your shins, holding onto your ankles, tops of the feet, or the soles of the feet. And then The key to getting the most out of your stretches is just to really try and relax into them. So take those big deep breaths in and then just sigh into your exhales. And again, just keep that going. In through your nose and release into your exhales. And again, inhale. And with each little exhale, you can also just ease the fingertips forward a little bit. And one more time, inhale. And then just release it into that stretch. Okay, we're going to leave that there. And we're going to get back to those lean backs. So get your feet into position again. Sit up tall. Again, let go of the shoulders. They want to take over, but don't let them. They want to tense up, I know, but just keep them relaxed. Okay, shoulders down and back. Sit up tall, chin off the chest. We're going to go into those lean backs. Ready? Go. Inhale as you tilt your pelvis forward and lean back. And now exhale, use the abdominals and squeeze in tight to lift. Inhale as you lean back. And exhale, blow the air out as you come up. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward and lean back. And exhale, don't tighten up through your upper body as you're working. Keep it soft. Inhale as you tilt your pelvis forward and lean back. And now squeeze those abdominals in. You want to really feel them working. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward as you lean back. Exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward as you lean back. Exhale, squeeze it up. And one more time. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward as you lean back. And now pelvic floor to navel, navel to spine. Squeeze them in tight and flat to lift. And then lean back on your hands and stretch your legs out and give them a little shake. Now we are going to go down to the mat, have a little bit of a rock side to side before we get into the next couple of exercises. So get yourself ready to take it all the way down. Feet hip width apart, sit up tall. Big deep breath in. And now as you exhale, pull in again. Tilt your pelvis forward and use your abdominals to lower your spine down slowly and carefully all the way down. And when you're there, stay right there. Pick your feet up off the mat, hands in front of your knees. Start rocking side to side. Now we're going to work our way up the back. So to begin with, we're going to start right at the base of the spine. And to do that, bring your knees to the center, and then you just need to lower your feet down ever so slightly towards the mat. So just bring them down until you feel the base of your spine come down flat onto the mat, which for me is there. Now it's a bit of a stretch to hold onto my knees there, so I'm going to bring my arms down. Now just start rocking side to side there, right over the base of the spine and the glutes there that support this part of the back really. So they're strong muscles, but they can get quite tight. Okay, and now we're going to bring it to the lower back. Now this is where we will be needing it the most. So bring your knees in a little closer to your chest. Place your hands back on your knees. Feet, knees, and thighs together, and just start rocking over the lower back, over that lumbar spine. Pressing down both sides of the spine and over the spine as you rock over your lumbar spine. Now we're going to stay over the lumbar spine. But this time, instead of the knees together, we're going to let the knees drop open so that this time you're going a little bit wider from hip to hip. Oh, this always feels so good. The lower back pressing down nicely, getting to a much sort of larger surface area of the back muscles with the knees open. And now bring them back together again. Pull them in a lot closer to your chest. So they're pulled in really quite tight here. And then once they're pulled in, just ever so gently rock from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. So you're getting over your thoracic spine this time. So the part of your spine that goes from where your waist is, well, it really goes up to where your neck begins, but we're not going anywhere near the neck here. We're just stopping it at shoulder level, and we're going from shoulder to shoulder, like this. Okay, bring your knees back to the center, hold them there. Now 2 big circles clockwise. Circle your knees all the way around once and back up close to the chest, and take them out wide and down and around to the other side and back up close to the chest. And now 2 the opposite way around. Circle your way around once and twice, and then bring your knees back to the center and bring your feet down to the mat. Now, In the next exercise, you're going to need to make sure that you have enough room either side of you to be able to stretch your arms out wide. Now, once you've got yourself a little bit of space, then bring those arms out wide, palms facing down to the floor and the hands level with the shoulders. And then you want to bring your feet, knees, and thighs together. And then you're going to lift your feet up off the mat. Have a little rock side to side just to make sure, once again, that you haven't pulled your knees in too close, because as soon as you do that, the base of your spine comes up off the mat. So you want that down. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go into that windscreen wiper exercise here, where we're going to be bringing the knees over one way, but at the same time, we're going to turn our heads around to look to the opposite fingertips. Now, in this exercise, we are not going to be taking the knees down to the floor. Okay, we're just going to bring them over as far as we need to, but I mean, here you want both shoulder blades to be down on the mat. If I take my knees over too far, my shoulder blade lifts, right? So the knees are going to come over just far enough for this outside shoulder blade to not to lift and to stay down on the mat. That's where you're going to stop it. And then, this is important, this bit, so listen carefully. You're going to take a big deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to use your abdominals to pull the weight of the knees back to the center. So it's just not the legs coming back, it's the abdominals pulling the weight of those knees back to the middle that you've got to watch for. All right, let's do it. So arms out wide, palms facing down, feet, knees, and thighs together. The base of the spine is down on the mat. Big deep breath in. As you exhale, pull your abdominals in as your knees go over to the right, and you turn your face around to look to your left fingertips. Now, pause there, stop there. My left shoulder blade is still down. Inhale to prepare first. And exhale, squeeze your abdominals in to bring your knees back to the center and your head back up again. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring your knees over to the left and turn your face right round to look to your right hand. Now your right shoulder blades are staying down on the mat. Pause there, big deep breath in. And now exhale, pull in, pelvic floor to navel, navel to spine to bring your knees back to the center. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in as your knees go over to the right. Turn to face your left hand. Pause there as you take a big deep breath in. Exhale, pull in to bring the knees back. Inhale. Exhale, pull in as the knees go over to the left. Turn to face the right hand. Pause there, big deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the abdominals in. One more on each side. Inhale. Exhale, pull in, the knees go over to the right. Turn to face the left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze to bring them back to the middle. And one more. Inhale. And exhale, bring your knees over to the left. Turn to face the right hand. Pause there. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze to bring them back to the middle. That's all we're doing on that one today. Bring your arms back down by your side. Bring your feet down to the mat. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Give your legs a little shake out. Then get yourself centered onto your mat. And then bring your arms up and over your head. And let them relax on the mat, on the floor there behind you. Now, as always in this stretch, you can just decide that you just want to stay just the way you are. Or you can work the stretch ever so gently. So if you're going to do that, inhale. As you exhale, pull in as you tilt your pelvis forward, press your lower back down into the mat. Now once your lower back is pressed into the mat there, you can just start that gentle little pull on the arms where your wrist is just pulling ever so gently up and away from the shoulders. And the ankles are pulling just as softly down and away from the hips. Now remember, this should just feel good. Anything's pulling or uncomfortable, release until it's comfortable again. Keep the fingers and toes relaxed. There. All right, release it. Bring your arms back over to the front and bring your feet onto the mat. Now, the next exercise we're going to go into today is the double leg stretch. So there's two ways of doing this. There's the easier version and there's the harder version, and I'm going to show you both and you can decide which one you want to do. So for the first version, what you'll need to do is lift your feet up off the mat and you place your hands in front of your knees like this. Now, it's going to look like this in this version. You're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your arms and legs up. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your arms and legs out to the same angle, and then you're going to pull them back in. So it's inhale as you stretch up, and exhale, inhale as you bring them back. Exhale, lift and extend. Inhale, bring it back. Now, remember on these that the lower you bring your legs and your arms to the floor, the harder the exercise becomes, the more pressure it puts on your back. So, be sensible. If you don't need to bring them down too far, that's absolutely fine. Just stay tuned into how your back's feeling, how it's feeling for you. Now, that's the easier version where you keep your head down. The harder version you're going to do with your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. So if you're going to do that, lift head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Hands on your knees. Now with this, it's important that your head's not rocking back at all. So you want to be looking straight to the wall there in front of you. So your head's not leaning back and you're pulled up there. And then it's the same thing. You're going to inhale, and as you're going to inhale as you stretch up, and as you exhale, you're going to pull out. Inhale as you bring it back. Exhale, lift and extend. Inhale as you bring it back. And you're pulling in those abdominals really tight as you extend and bring them back. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to get going now. Get yourself ready, either head down or head up, hands on the knees. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you lift and extend. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, lift and extend. Inhale as you bring them back in. Exhale, start pulling in as you lift, and then pull in really tight as you extend. Inhale, bring them back in. Exhale, pull in really tight as you extend. Inhale, bring them back in. Exhale, bring them out. Inhale, bring them in. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, bring them back. And one more time. Exhale, stretch and extend. And inhale, bring it back. And then bring your head down. If it isn't already there, hug your knees in and have a little rock side to side. Okay, and then bring your feet down to the mat and rest it there. We're going to get into the next section, so we're going to turn over onto our fronts. We're going to need to lie down. Lie down on your front and get yourselves comfortable. Take a little while just to make sure you really are comfortable and centered. So you're lying on your front there. Bring your arms out onto the floor, so that your elbows are in line with your shoulders. You've got right angles there at your elbows there. Forearms are down on the floor. And your nose should be just off the mat. So keep your face looking down. Feet hip width apart there. And you're ready to go. We're going to do 8 chest raises. So you're just going to use your back muscles to lift your chest up off the mat. And then you're going to come down. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. There's the easier way where you keep your arms down on the floor, or there's the harder version where you do the same exercise with them raised off the floor. They're just hovering off the floor in the same position. Now if you've got any issues with your neck today, keep your arms down. If your neck's feeling comfortable and you're strong enough, you can lift the arms up there. If you start to tense up through the neck, then just bring them down. If your arms are down, don't push into your arms. All right. So either arms down or raised up off the floor, nose just off the mat, neck straight. Inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, use your back muscles to lift your chest up off the mat. And inhale as you bring your chest back down. And exhale, lift. Inhale as you come down. And exhale, try not to tense up through those shoulders as you're lifting. Inhale as you come down. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. We have 4 left. Exhale, lift and hold. You'll feel this in your glutes too, in your back. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. And exhale as you lift and hold. And bring it down. And then just rest your head on your hands in front of you. And just have a couple breaths here before we continue. So for the next exercise, instead of lifting the chest up and down, we're going to lift the legs up and down, which works the glutes and the lower back muscles. Now with this next one, we're going to start off gently, just to sort of get ourselves into it, by just lifting one leg, okay? So you're going to be lifting one leg up. Now, when you lift that leg up, it's not about how high you lift it. It really isn't. It's about keeping that hip down and the pelvis stays stuck to the mat, and you're just lifting that leg up there till you really feel the glutes and the lower back muscles working there. So it's not about how high, but it's about maintaining your form as you're working, and the legs stay straight. You can soften the knee if you need to, but not too bent. Okay, so we're going to do 2 on the right and 2 on the left, just to get ourselves into it. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your right leg up. The right hip is pressing into the mat. Inhale as you bring it down. Exhale, lift that right leg back up there again. And bring it down. Now we're going to do the left. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the left up once. Inhale, bring it down. And exhale, lift that left leg up there again. And bring it down. All right, now it's going to feel a lot harder because we're going to lift both legs up and down. Now remember what I said about keeping the knees soft. That'll make it easier. And also, obviously, the higher you lift, the harder it will be. This can get your back, so be careful, okay? We're going to do 8 of these. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift both legs up and hold. Inhale as you bring them down. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale as you bring them down. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale, bring them down. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale as you bring them down. We have 4 left. And exhale, lift and hold. Inhale, lower them down. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale, bring them down. 2 more. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale, bring them down. And 1 more time. Exhale, lift and hold. And bring them down. Now, just before we carry on, come up and have a little stretch through the back, just to give it that little stretch, because I'm sure you'll need it now. So get yourself into the box position and then sit back on your heels, bring your head down, stretch your arms out in front of you. So get yourself into child's pose. So you can have the arms out there, you can bring them back next to your feet, the knees can come out a bit wide, you can stay up on your knees if you have to, just giving the lower back and the glutes a little stretch before we continue, which is what we're going to do right now. So come back down onto your front again. And now, for the next 8, bring your hands round to the sides of your thighs. And once they're there, pull your fingertips down towards your feet. Bring your shoulder blades down and your shoulder blades together. They're pulled down, so stretch the fingertips down towards the feet. The nose is just off the mat. Another 8 chest raises. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift, keep your face looking down to the floor. Inhale as you come down. And exhale, lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. Exhale, lift, keep the shoulders soft, don't tense up. Inhale as you come down. And 4. Inhale down. And 3. Inhale down. And 2. Inhale down. And 1. And bring it down. And rest your head on your hands in front of you. And release. Now we're going to stay in this position for the last exercise in this little group, and we're going to be lifting the legs up again. Now this time it's going to get a bit more intense. If it gets too intense, you can either go back to lifting one leg at a time or lifting both up and down. You decide. But what I'm going to do with you now, and it's going to feel a lot harder, is we're going to lift up, we're going to hold there with our feet hip width apart. Don't do this yet, but I'm just showing you. And you're going to bring your feet, knees and thighs together, and then bring your feet hip width apart, and you're going to squeeze and bring them apart. And we're going to do that 8 times. Oh, I think we have company. Hey, Chewy. Hello. Oh, and you're all wet too. Ugh, he's been swimming. This is wet Chewy. Go Chewy. He wants to join in. Okay. All right. So, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? Oh yeah, we were going to lift up and bring our legs together. So get yourselves back down. Well, you're probably there. But I need to get back down. And my towel is now wet with wet dog. All right, so feet hip width apart. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your legs up and hold them there. Feet hip width apart. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze thighs, knees, and feet together. Inhale, bring your feet hip width apart. And exhale, squeeze them together. And inhale, bring them apart. And exhale, squeeze your legs together and bring them apart. And exhale, squeeze them together and bring them apart. 4 left. And 4 squeeze and bring them apart. And 3 squeeze and bring them apart. And 2 squeeze and bring them apart. And 1 squeeze, bring them apart, and then bring them down. There we are. Okay, now come up into the box position again. And yes, you guessed it. We're going to stretch. So sit back on your heels and then bring your head down. Stretch your arms out there. Walk your fingertips forward. And relax. And release. Good. And then before we get into the next little group, we're going to do some cat stretches because they're what's needed right now. That's what my back is calling out for right now, and I'm sure yours is too. So get yourself back into the box position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Flat back there. Okay, inhale to prepare. As you exhale, tilt your pelvis all the way forward as it tilts up at the front. Bring your chin down to your chest and arch up as tall as you can. And inhale, bring your back flat, or you can continue it on up where you bring your head and bottom up. And exhale, tilt your pelvis forward, bring your chin down to your chest and push your shoulders and spine up to the ceiling. Inhale, bring it flat or continue it on up. And exhale, tilt your pelvis forward, chin to chest, push it up there. Inhale, bring it flat or continue it on up. And one last time, exhale, tilt your pelvis forward, chin to chest, arch up tall. Oh, that feels so good. And inhale, bring it flat or continue it on up, and then straighten your back. The next section we're going to get into, we're going to do some planks, and I can hear your groans through the camera lens there. I know, I can just hear you all groaning. Whenever I say planks, everybody goes, oh, yes, it's planks. We're going to do a little plank series now. We're going to do a plank pyramid. So what the idea is, we're going to start off with a plank and hold for 4, and then we're going to do another one where we hold for 6, and then another one that we hold for 8, and then another one that we hold for 12, and then another one that we hold for 8. We start going down the other side, 6 and 4 and back down. So we've got quite a few planks, but there'll be a little break in between each one as well. Okay, so let's get ourselves ready. So for this one, lie down. Get yourself lying down, but this time you're propped up on your forearms. I always remind everybody when we're doing planks in my classes that it's absolutely crucial that you pull your abdominals in when you lift up into your plank, and that you're not relying on your back to hold you up there. So every time you lift up, make sure you start to squeeze the abdominals in tight and flat before you lift. All right, they need to be pulled in tight. If you start to feel you're losing your form, come down rather than stay up in it. All right, so let's get going. So elbows are positioned under the shoulders, forearms out there in nice straight lines. However, having said that, some of you might prefer to bring your hands in and form a triangle like that. It's really up to you. Then you're going to tuck your toes under, feet hip width apart. Inhale to prepare. Now as you exhale, start pulling in your abdominals as you lift your body up, then get your bottom tucked in, and now hold there and breathe into it. Abdominals pulled in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then gently lower your hips back down. Don't let yourself drop down suddenly, because that's not good for your back either. All right, now the next one we're going to hold up for 6. All right, here goes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in. Pelvic floor to navel, navel to spine as you lift up. Then tuck your bottom in there. Hold it there and hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gently back down. Okay, now the next one is a hold for 8. Inhale, prepare, inhale to prepare, and exhale, pull in as you lift up, get your bottom tucked in, make sure it's not sagging down or up there, get it tucked in and hold there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Did I get my counting mixed up?
No, you did 4, 6, 8.
Okay, I suddenly thought I'd missed out 6. Okay,
4, 6, 8.
okay,
Now try the next.
okay. And is my plank looking okay? Yeah, okay.
Ready? Just as you were.
Okay.
Ready?
So now we're going to hold for 12. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, pull in, lift up, get that bottom tucked in, shoulders pulling up and away from the elbows, and hold there for 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently down. Okay, we have reached the top of the pyramid. We're now going over the other side, so now we're going to go to 8. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in, lift up, get tucked in, hold there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently down. Now a 6, a hold for 6. Inhale. Exhale, pull in, lift up, get your bottom tucked in, and hold there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. We are almost there. We just have one more. A hold for 4. Inhale to prepare. And exhale. Pull in, lift up, get tucked in, and hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're there. Bring it down gently. And once again, I can hear those groans. I remember them well. And then just let your head rest on your hands. And release. Oh, that feels nice. Let it all go. Now a stretch. Come up into the box position. And yes, sit back once again. Sit back on the heels. Bring your head down. Stretch the arms out there. Walk the fingertips forward along the mat. Especially as we've been doing those planks, so this also helps to stretch out the shoulders by really pulling the wrists up and away from the shoulders there. Gets right in there. Okay. And then sit yourself back up. The last part of the class, we're going to focus on the side series. For the side series, you need to lie down on your mat. So lie down on your mat, but this time you're turning over onto your side in a straight line, body in a straight line, from your shoulder right the way down to your feet. Use the edge of your mat as a guide. That's always a good way to make sure you're straight. Make sure you're lying with your hips stacked perpendicular to the mat. Now you can have your fingertips on the mat in front of you or arm along your side. Get yourself ready because we're going to start with 8 classic side raises where we're going to lift both legs up off the mat at once. Now, if for any reason your lower back's giving you grief today, you can just lift the top leg and leave the bottom leg on the floor, okay? But otherwise, try and lift them both up. And remember, it's not about how high you go. It's about your form. Keep it nice and tidy. Okay, let's do it. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in as you lift both legs up and hold. Inhale as you gently bring them down. And exhale, pull in as you lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. And exhale, pull in as you lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. And exhale, pull in as you lift. Inhale as you come down. Exhale, lift. Try not to let yourself lean back as you're working. Inhale as you come down. Exhale, pull in as you lift. Inhale as you come down. exhale, lock those abdominals in tight to make sure they are supporting your back. Inhale, down, and one more time. Exhale, lift and hold and bring them down. Hand to the front and pull your knees forward. Now, before we get into the next exercise, you need to make sure, first of all, you're going to be stretching your leg out, but you need to make sure that you have enough room to swing your leg out in front of you and then back in line. Okay, so the bottom knee is going to stay forward. Stretch your top leg out long in line with the mat. Lift your foot up level with the hip and hold there. Now flex that top foot so you're pushing down through your heel and your toes come up a little bit. As soon as you do that, you'll feel all the muscles engage in your leg there, and that's what we want. And no twist in the hip, knee, pelvis facing forwards. Now we're going to swing that leg out, and you don't have to swing it out all the way if you don't want to. You can make it easier by bringing out less, just making a smaller angle. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in as you swing the leg out in front of you. Inhale as you bring it back in line. And exhale, pull the abdominals in. Now keep the foot level with the hip as it goes out, and keep it level with the hip as it goes back. And exhale, pull in as you bring it out. Inhale as you bring it in line. Exhale, keep it level as you bring it out. Inhale as you bring it back in line. Keep that foot flexed so you're pushing down through your heel. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, pull in as you bring it out. Inhale as you bring it back, and one more time. Exhale, pull in as you bring it out. Inhale, bring it in line, and then pull that knee into the chest just to tap out those glutes, because you'll start to feel all of that really working, and it's going to intensify as we get through the next couple where it's going to pick up a little bit. All right, let's do the next one. So for the next one, leg out there again, in line with the mat. Lift your foot up level with the hip. Flex that foot again so you're pushing down through your heel. Foot level with the hip, and this time instead of bringing it forward, you're going to lift it sideways. Now before you do this though, one important point: make sure your leg isn't in front of you. It's not out to the front, it's holding that sideline so that when you lift it, you're going to feel that big band of muscle through your glutes working. If it's out there, you'll feel it more in your hip, so you want it back there in line with that mat, foot fully flexed. All right, let's do it. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, bring it level with your hip. Exhale, squeeze your abdominals in as you lift that leg. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, squeeze as you lift. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, squeeze as you lift. Inhale, bring it down. We have 4 left, and 4, and bring it level. And 3, and bring it level. And 2, and bring it level. And 1, and bring it level, and then hug that top knee in. Oh yes, tap out those glutes, give them a little thump. Just helps to release those glutes that have been working really hard. Now the last one takes that up a notch. We bring the last 2 together and it gets a lot more intense. So stretch your top leg out long. Lift your foot up level with the hip. Push down through that heel so your foot is fully flexed. Now we're going to bring the leg out to where we did on that first one, but we're going to hold it there, and then we're going to lift from there. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in as you bring it out there as far as you're comfortable with. Now hold it out there, foot level with the hip. Inhale to prepare. And now exhale, lift, and inhale, hold. And exhale, lift, and inhale, hold. And exhale, lift, and inhale, hold. And exhale, lift, and inhale, hold. 4 left, and exhale, lift, inhale, hold. Exhale, lift, inhale, hold. 2 more. Exhale, lift, inhale, hold, and 1 more time. Exhale, lift. Oh yes, and hug it in. Tap it out, and we're going to roll over onto our other sides now. So now get yourself up and turn over onto the other side. So lying down on the other side, once again, always worth not rushing this and just making sure that you are set up really well. Okay, lying on that side, head resting on the arm, fingertips on the mat, or along your sides. We're going to start with those 8 classic side raises where we lift both legs up. All right, let's do it. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in as you lift both legs up and hold. Inhale as you bring them back down. And exhale, pull in as you lift and hold. Inhale as they come down. Exhale, lock the abdominals in nice and tight and flat. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull in as you lift. Inhale as you come down. 4 more, and exhale, lift, and that top hand can slide down the side of your thigh towards your feet as you're lifting. Inhale, it slides up again. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale as you come down. 2 more. Exhale, lift both legs up. Keep them nice and stretched. Inhale as you come down. And 1 more time. Exhale, lift. And bring them down. Hand to the front. Pull your knees forward. Okay, so we're going to get into that little trio of exercises where we're going to swing the top leg out, right? So we're going to do that on this side now. Get yourself comfortable, then stretch your right leg out long in line with the mat, or the top leg out there anyway, whichever way you're doing it. Lift your foot up, foot level with the hip, leg in line with the mat. Flex that top foot so you're pushing down through the heels. Instantly you'll feel that going up in your calf muscles and in your hands all the way up the back of your leg. Okay, inhale. Exhale, lock the abdominals in as you keep that foot level and you bring it out in front. And inhale, bring it back in line. Now exhale, really squeeze the abdominals in tight so they're supporting your back as you're working. Inhale, bring the leg back in line. Exhale, pull in as you bring the leg out. Inhale, bring it in line. Exhale, squeeze as you bring it out. Inhale, keep that foot level with the hip throughout. And 4 more, and 4. And bring the leg in line. And 3. And bring the leg in line. And 2. And bring the leg in line. And the last 1. Bring the leg in line. Bring that knee in. Tap it out. Now the next one is where the top leg goes sideways up and down. So let's do it. Leg out there. Foot level with the hip. Lift it up. Level. And just make sure that you haven't got any sort of rotation going on in that hip and that pelvis. Hip, pelvis, pointing forwards. So is that knee. The foot is flexed. Make sure haven't got that leg in front. It's in line. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift it. Inhale, bring it level. Exhale, lift it. Inhale, bring it level with the hip. Exhale, lift it. Keep that foot flexed. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, keep pushing down through your heel. And down. And 4. Bring it level. And 3. And bring it level. And 2. And bring it level. And 1. And bring it level. Bring that knee in. Oh, yes, I can certainly feel this today. And now the last one. Yes, it is that harder one where we bring it out and we do all the lifts from there. So stretch the leg out there. Bring your foot up level with the hip. Leg in line. Foot flexed. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Now swing that leg out. Remember, you can stop there, or you can bring it all the way out. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale, the leg goes up. Inhale, bring the foot level with the hip. And exhale, lift it. And bring it level. And exhale, squeeze those abdominals in as you lift. And down. And exhale, squeeze them in as you lift that leg. And bring it down. The foot stays flexed. 4. And bring it down. And 3. And bring it down. And 2. And bring it down. And now the very last one. Victory. Bring it down. Hug it in. Tap it out. Now we are almost done, folks. All we've got left to do is to stretch out these glutes, which is going to need it right now. So from here, roll over onto your back. Lie down on your back. Right. Feet hip width apart, flat on the mat. Lift your right foot and place it across your left knee. So next, you can either just take your right hand and place it on the inside of that right knee and just gently push that knee out there. Or the more effective stretch for this at this particular point will be if you can lift your left foot up off the mat now, and then you reach through between your legs and you hold on to the back of that thigh there. So you clasp your hands together behind. Now it might be that you can just have your fingertips together there, or if you want to more intense, you clasp your hands together. The higher up towards your knee you hold, the more intense it will be. The lower down, the easier it will be. Basically, the closer that left foot gets down to the mat, the easier the stretch will feel. The more you pull in, the harder it will be. You can also get a strap or a towel and pull it through your legs and hold on to that. Okay, so you're holding onto the back of that thigh. Your head is down on the mat. Just release into the stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just relax into it, or just pull that knee in towards you, just that tiny little bit, till you feel just the right level of beautiful stretch working through the glutes and the hip muscles. That feels so good. Release into it. Now before we do the other side, we're just going to work with that a little bit more. So another deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can pull that left knee in just a little bit closer towards your chest, just to intensify it. And then a couple breaths just to let that work really well. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So let your feet come down to the mat. Place your left foot across your right knee. Either press your left knee away from you and stay that way, or for those of you who can, lift that right foot up, reach through, hold on to the back of that right thigh, adjust it. So you're either letting your right foot get closer to the mat to make it easier, or you're pulling your right knee in closer to your chest to make it feel more intense. It's really whatever's working for you. And then just relax. Sigh into your exhales. One last time, inhale. Exhale, bring it in a little closer. And then once again, just let that work. Good. And then bring your feet down to the mat. Either rock yourself up to sitting or push yourself up. So there it is, everybody. See you very soon for the next one. Lots of love. Stay well. Stay safe. Stay sane. Stay fit. Love you lots. Bye.